found was that it snowballed after that, and I would come across another vitamin and I would then add that to the collection, and then all of a sudden I'm taking like 21 tablets a day. When I was diagnosed back in June 2021, the treatment available when I was diagnosed is one drug called Riluzole. And Riluzole has been around for, I believe, well over 25 years now, and it still is today the only drug available to treat motor neuron disease here in the UK. Now, there is a drug that has recently just been announced for people to take for anyone with a genetic mutation called SOD1. And that really only counts for about 2% of the population of people here in the UK with motor neuron disease, which is an amazing achievement and well done. And I applaud the people that have been working to get this drug available for people that are living with motor neuron disease, specifically for the SOD1 gene. This is why it's so difficult to actually probably treat. Everyone's so different because you could probably put 10 people in one room, all with motor neuron disease at different stages of life, and I would pretty much guarantee that they would have all a different story on how they started their symptoms, how quickly they progressed, how slowly they progressed. That's why we've spent the last 25 plus years only having one drug, Riluzole, that is the only treatment for this condition. Riluzole was prescribed to me when I was diagnosed, and I started taking it from day one. I quickly realised that the drug itself, although it didn't have any sort of major adverse effects to me, I sort of noticed that my symptoms had sort of sped up and my symptoms were feeling a lot more noticeable. So I could only really put it down to maybe the stress and anxiety of recently being diagnosed with motor neuron disease. But I had to bring it up with my neurologist and explain what I was feeling with taking this drug, and he agreed after about 9, maybe slightly longer, 9 to 12 months, that sort of time frame, that the, how can I say it, the pros of taking it didn't really outweigh the cons that I was experiencing from taking it. And what I mean by that is that when you read the information on what Riluzole actually offers as a drug, it sort of tells you that you would potentially have an extra 3, maybe 6, and in some cases longer in months of life. So when you boil down the speed of my progression, which if you haven't watched my first episode on this channel, go and have a quick listen or watch. I explain that my symptoms are relatively slow, and when you're taking a drug that gives you, say, 3 to 6 to maybe 12 months of life and experiencing the symptoms and side effects that I was, it made sense to come off it. And as soon as I did come off it, within a month I felt a lot better actually. I felt, dare I say, stronger. My fasciculations or muscle twitching and spasms were less, and I could manage the progression of my condition probably a lot better on my own without them. And that sounds really weird to say, but I'd love to hear your thoughts, whether you have come across someone or if you're watching this and you've got motor neuron disease and you felt the same with the drug. So let me know your thoughts on Riluzole. Just pop them down in the comments and I'll do my best to reply to them. So on the conversation of treatment, I have got some exciting news to share, which I will explain all near the end of the video. But let's get down to vitamins and supplements that I have come across in the last couple of years that have worked for me and haven't worked for me. So let's get started. Okay, right, vitamins and supplements. It is a minefield out there when I come to researching what could help me. I ended up, believe it or not, getting about 20 different types of vitamins that I started taking religiously, what I found was that it snowballed after that. And I would come across another vitamin and I would then add that to the collection, and then all of a sudden I'm taking like 21 tablets a day. What I'm going to share with you may have helped me and worked for me, but it may not work for you. So it's almost like a trial and error, and I would highly recommend speaking to your doctor or neurologist or healthcare professional before you start looking into vitamins and supplements. So disclaimer out the way, let's move on and let you know what vitamins and supplements I ended up finding beneficial to me and what weren't beneficial to me. Right, so first up in my collection is vitamin B12. So this was recommended to me and I did some research onto it, which states it helps produce energy in the body and is necessary for healthy nerve cells, as it can be difficult to actually get enough vitamin B12 just with food alone. B12 gave me definitely like an energy boost and I felt more alert and more awake. Next up is omega-3. So just like a standard omega-3 fish oil. And from my research, apparently omega-3 is a great vitamin to support brain and heart health. Although it's not proven to help with ALS or MND, it is a great fatty acid to add to your diet for brain health. Next up, vitamin E. So vitamin E is a powerful antioxidant that can help protect the body from damage caused by free radicals. It can also help ease inflammation, which can be beneficial for MND sufferers. NAC or NAC is your next one. This particular one was recommended from a friend of mine, and after doing a bit of research, which I'm having to read from my laptop because I can't remember all the benefits from it. So NAC has been known for its antioxidant properties, and it regulates brain glutamate levels to also boost brain health. Now, some studies have shown certain dosages of NAC could help with ALS/MND symptoms. Magnesium, this particular magnesium as well. So magnesium, in my opinion, has had the most impact helping my symptoms with motor neuron disease. Magnesium is one of the most essential nutrients in the human body and plays a vital role in healthy nerve regeneration. When taking it, I noticed that my twitching and fasciculation decreased quite a lot. So I would definitely recommend magnesium as one of your supplements. And if you can't get hold of the supplement, then try and find foods that actually have a high magnesium sort of concentrate, I suppose. Right, next up is a type of vitamin B1. Now, from what I believe, vitamin B1 is one of the most important vitamin Bs to take. And from what was recommended to me is that it can basically metabolize our brain's energy source, which is glucose, and it can help the brain and nervous system conduct nerve signals a lot better. It's a bit of a long-term gain taking vitamins, and if you can afford it, which I'll talk about the financial side of things shortly, keep on taking what you feel works best for your symptoms. Okay, we're nearly done. Folic acid is your next one. Folic acid is basically a vitamin B and is known as B9. And apparently it plays a role in cell growth and development. Okay, so these are the far out ones that I have taken and looked into. Is ashwagandha or ashwagandha. I believe a lot of bodybuilders take this particular one, as it's meant to, in men, help sort of spike their testosterone levels. And from my research on ashwagandha, it is known to help improve blood sugar levels, inflammation, mood, memory, stress and anxiety, and as well as boost in muscle strength and fertility. Some studies have also shown that it could help with nerve cell damage. So that's the other reason why I looked into it. Now there's a couple more that I haven't actually got with me that is something that I have looked into and have taken, one of which is lion's mane mushroom. Now, if you have MND or ALS, you probably would have seen information on this particular supplement. Now, you can take lion's mane mushroom, what they call microdose, the actual mushroom itself, but it's probably beneficial just to take the supplement because it's easier to get hold of. But research shows lion's mane mushroom, whether you microdose it naturally or take it as a supplement, which is what I did, could protect against things like dementia, reduce mild symptoms of anxiety, depression, and help repair nerve damage. So I would recommend watching a documentary on lion's mane mushrooms. I'll put a link down on all the vitamins that I have mentioned, as well as the documentary about the mushrooms themselves. Now, the other vitamin that I have taken, which I haven't got with me today, is zinc. Zinc is meant to, apparently, help men when they get to a certain age, stabilize or increase their testosterone levels. It is quite important to take. Has it got any sort of benefit for motor neuron disease? I haven't come across any. I'd love to hear your thoughts if you have, and I'd also like to hear if you take any other vitamins that I haven't mentioned on this video, so do pop them down in the comments and let me know. So the finance side of things with taking all of these vitamins, it is or can be quite expensive depending on the grade of supplement that you purchase. I was spending in excess of about £100 to maybe £150 per month just on vitamins, and you had to weigh out what was working and what wasn't, because I couldn't afford to sustain that amount of money per month to carry on hoping that it was going to help me. So I had to basically rule out what ones did or didn't help, and after coming off all the vitamins for about 3 months, I then went back on those vitamins one by one, and each one I noted down what gave me initial benefit and what didn't have really any effect on me whatsoever. So out of the vitamins that I've mentioned, I ended up whittling it down to just 2 vitamins that I now take daily. And sometimes I don't even take them daily. I just use them as if I'm feeling a bit sluggish one day, or if I have a day where I'm feeling more twitchy or weak, then these are the 2 supplements that I now take. So out of all the vitamins, vitamin B12 is one of my go-to vitamins that I take. As soon as I take it, I feel like I've got a spurt of energy. I feel more awake or alert, and having 3 kids, or anyone with kids, then you probably know what I'm talking about. You just always feel tired. But with vitamin B12, it actually makes me feel like I've got more energy. So that's one of them. And the other one I take is magnesium, in this particular one. Like I said, I'll put the links in the description so you know where to get them from. When I take magnesium, I feel like my twitching reduces slightly. So combining the vitamin B12 and the magnesium, for me, works the best. All the other ones, I don't know whether they've helped me or not. Like I said, it's highly recommended to speak to a health professional before you delve into supplementation. And if you have any questions, please feel free to put them in the comments below. Just going back to the treatment side of things, or the lack of treatment that is available to us here in the UK living with motor neuron disease, I have some exciting news to share. I have recently been approached by a group called the All Party Parliamentary Group, and they have asked me to join them at a meeting in Parliament and asked if I would like to share my story living with motor neuron disease. The meeting is all around treatment, so I'm hopefully going to get some really good insight to what is happening in the future for people living with motor neuron disease. I will be putting out another video all around that day that I'll be spending in Parliament, so do keep a lookout on that. And this is one of the main reasons why we need to keep raising awareness for motor neuron disease. Having only one treatment available to us at the moment here in the UK is unreal. 25 plus years ago we created riluzole, and we still haven't had any more advancements on treatment apart from the one that I've mentioned regarding the SOD1 gene. So we need to keep banging that drum and raise more awareness to try and get the treatment we all so desperately hope for and need. So I hope that I haven't waffled on too long and that you have found this beneficial. Thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you on the next one.